Song is so dramatic.
Bro, this is still loading.
I like the Will Smith version better.
The what?
Smith in it.
I haven't heard it with Will Smith on it. What? The song.
They probably didn't know.
It is. I had it from last semester.
This song is much better.
No, it's not. Well, I can't. I'm just icon living. See this? Hey, what's up? This is KSB Radio, the voice of Townview. I am Maya, along with.
I'm Bae.
I'm Izzy. I'm Izzy.
True.
Okay, so it is a pretty okay day today. You know.
I'm cold.
Yeah, you know, some people kind of messed up my day, but we're not gonna focus on the bad people of the day. What do y'all want to go straight into talk of Townview, or how our production just switched the song on us?
I like that song though. I like Billie Eilish. I love Billie Eilish.
They had my hopes up high, y'all. Production they always treat the host wrong on the low.
You
But
always come for production.
I have to, because they're always, I feel like they have it out for me. I think that's what it is. They're looking at me like, yeah, we do.
I like that song. You did good production.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone's just trying their best, okay?
This is all nice. Okay, let's go to Taco Townview. SEM volunteering clubs, next meeting, February 25th. This makes sense. No, it's not tomorrow's the
It's like,
See, this is why we have to talk about you to keep us,
You know, children miss 2 days of school and just, they don't know how to
no, we
act.
had a 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
Right?
They miss 2 days of school, Friday and Monday.
Well, like, yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm one of those children. I feel like February is gone by really fast.
And you need to slow down.
What?
Isn't it more days?
I'm ready to
One more
graduate.
day. We have February 29th this year.
All right, the SAT is March 4th. Y'all ready?
Sucks.
I'm really scared.
Don't be.
I'm like really scared. I've been studying like on Khan Academy and stuff, but like
Yes,
I'm
do
I
not.
that,
have
do
to.
that.
I've been studying too.
Dude.
My
Do
only
that.
my only struggle is like really like the no calculus section on the
Yeah,
math part.
I
It's
know.
like
I struggle
Some
with the
questions are so
calculator.
easy, and then some of them are just like.
it'd be like
why?
solve for x, but it don't give you a number. I'm like, how am I supposed to solve for x?
I remember like last year the first question was like 6x equals 3 or something, so the answer was 2. So it's like,
Some of them are easy,
Okay,
but
I
it's
wish
just like
I wish
some
all
of
of
them
them
was like,
were
what the world?
I know.
don't nullify my first score.
I just want to say,
That sucks for you guys, but you'll get through it. And if
Yeah.
not, just retake it. And if not, just write a really good essay. And if not, just don't get to college.
Yeah, like
Oh,
if you
or-
fail the SAT the first time, you can retake it up
Yeah.
to how many times.
But
I
be
don't think you
careful.
fail it. You just get a low grade.
Just be careful
Yeah,
because
you don't
some
feel
schools will
it.
ask for all of your scores. So even,
Oh, really?
but like if there's like a huge increase, like that's not too questionable, then they're like, oh, okay, at least they're trying.
I just say this: try your best, believe in yourself. If you still don't get the score that's great or what you want, don't give up. I mean, I made it into 4 colleges, and my score wasn't even that good.
Well, good for you.
Okay.
Well, in most people's opinion, in my opinion, I didn't really care for the score, but other people might think it was nice.
I know a
My
lot of
aim-
colleges like take the highest score, like the highest
Yeah, the
math,
super
the
score.
highest-
I think
yeah.
they're doing that too with the SAT now. I don't know.
The ACT?
ACT, yeah.
Yeah, they take
I
the
like that
highest.
better than the SAT.
I know.
My goal for this first time be taking the SAT is make this a 1300. If I can do that,
I wish I had a goal that high.
my goal is at least a 1300.
My goal is just to make it to a.
Honestly, it's okay. Just make it into college. Because that's not the only component in college.
Okay.
What's next?
Spring break starts March 16th.
Let's go.
I
Let's
can't
go.
wait.
Let's go.
I'm ready for
Let's go.
spring break.
Let's go.
Less than
Yes.
what?
When is senior
That's
skip
the-
day?
for my
Is it the
birthday.
day before?
I thought you were
I really don't
Yeah.
understand you.
Yeah, okay, we're having fun. I can't understand
The Friday before spring break.
Senior skip day, yay! You're not showing up to school.
How was y'all's
What day is it?
4-day weekend?
It was great. What did we do? Wait a minute, what did we do? Oh, so you know, Friday was Valentine's, so I'm single, so I ain't have a man.
But we're talking about it later.
But so I ordered some pizza, some wings. ordered some movies on Fandango. Shout out to Fandango, and I just stayed up and watched movies. I mean, besides doing homework, they'll do it that
I
night.
didn't do any homework.
And I'ma just ignore the moment we just had.
I
And
didn't do anything.
what y'all do?
This weekend, Friday, I went out on 2 dates.
Oh,
two.
I like that. One with my mom and one with,
I thought you were
Oh.
and then yesterday? No, Sunday?
Are
Monday.
you okay?
Monday, I went
Yesterday
to
was
visit colleges. So that was fun.
Monday, I just washed clothes and folded and did homework.
Yeah, but laundry days be good though. I like laundry.
For real,
days.
I was home alone too, and I had Law and Order playing. I mean, I gotta let, think somebody from the getting, but I was good.
Have a good Valentine's Day.
So that's all for like talk time.
The only one that had man.
She be just talking about her little man or whatever, and honestly, I give it to her. But anyways, follow us on Instagram, Twitter at KSB_TBT, Facebook at KSBM Radio, Snapchat at KSBM Radio_TBT. Use the hashtags KSBM Live, SBM Family Matters, SBM Town Meeting. Thank you.
I hope I never got
I hope they are. I hope they
I haven't got
watch
no friends. Oh, yeah, that's it.
I'm hungry. Yeah.
It's a long speaker.
Hi guys, welcome back to KSBM Radio, the voice of town.
That was so enthusiastic.
So today we have a pretty interesting hot topic, and the question of today is: should drug addicts be helped rather than punished?
We should start off with the definition of a drug addict. So, a drug addiction, also a substance use disorder, is a disease that affects a person's brain behavior and leads to an ability to control the use of legal or illegal drugs or medication. So that doesn't mean like you can't be addicted to like Tylenol, but don't get addicted to Tylenol.
Get addicted to
I
any
think
drug.
what's also important is that we also highlight just not drug addicts, but like addiction period. I believe, well, it's true. You can have addiction to anything or overuse anything. Food, TikTok,
You can't equate the two.
alcohol. So you can have addictions to. I feel like it kind of connects. The addictions connect kind of because it shows the same behavior. Not like to the drugs, but like
Spending hours and hours.
yeah,
Yeah,
it shows the same
TikTok.
characteristics.
So the brain looks for patterns. That's what human nature is. You just look for patterns to continue. So an addiction basically, it accelerates because the brain is just looking for patterns. So if you do that over and over again, that's what equates the addiction.
Okay, so I'm gonna bring up the stats. So according to the National Survey of Drug Use and Health, 19.7 million American adults aged 12 and how is that? Okay, it doesn't make sense to me. 17 it said age 12 and older, but there was not adults, but whatever. Battled a substance using disorder in 2017. Almost 74 adults suffering from a substance use disorder in 2017 struggle with alcohol abuse. And then 38% in 2017 battled with drug use disorder. So,
That's a lot of statistics.
and then out of those, 8.5 million adults suffer from mental disorder as well.
Wow.
A dark world.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So, to get back to our topic, we asked the question, should drug addicts be helped rather than punished? So, most drug addicts are thrown into prison, are just thrown and cast away, while others are getting the help going to rehabilitations and asylums or something to help them out. So my answer for it is I believe that they should be helped because in the end of the day, this is still a sickness and this is still a person. So what are y'all opinions on this topic?
I agree with you. They are
He's
still a
a great
person
one.
and they can still be helped.
Homies.
Don't look at me like that. For argumentative purposes, it's kind of like a waste of time and resource, don't you think? Because like they're just gonna spiral back into chaos again, so it's just like a never-ending loop of.
But that's not all the time.
You don't know that for sure. I mean, yeah, it's a 50-50 chance because you're taking like a leap of faith on a person to try to help them to get away with that sickness.
But look at the numbers.
It's,
Look at the numbers.
but how many people were truly getting real help?
So look at the numbers, because there's only a 30% success rate. So like, it's no point.
I'm kind of in the middle. I'm both devil's advocate, and I also agree that they should be helped. But where it comes from differentiation is if you have helped a person with an addiction, and they came to get help, but they go back to what they've done, I don't think we should spend more time trying to help them. Like, I do understand mental disorder ties in with drug addiction, and sometimes they can't help it. But you do know at a moment in time when you kind of relapse, or you feel like you're about to, reach out to like your sponsor or a friend. If you don't know how to reach out, express that so somebody can help you. But if you've been helped before,
That doesn't mean everyone's gonna care though.
Yeah, because I was gonna say you could a drug addict, they could reach out, but is anyone listening to them? So you think, oh, you're just overdoing it. Just take a minute to breathe. But like we're saying, it's also a sickness in their head because they're thinking. A lot of people who be on drugs, they're looking for the first high they ever had. They're trying to fill a void, so they're looking for something to make them feel that way. And
Yeah,
when
they're
someone-
looking, so they made the decision to do this and go down this path.
But
they made the decision.
okay, they make the decision,
And
but
they can
you
make the
still
decision
help.
to stop.
They can't
choose
make the
not to.
decision.
They choose not to.
They could want
I think
to,
I think
but-
it's more than that. I think it's not just like, oh, I want to do this and I want to not do this.
At the end of
Yes,
the day,
it is that, but I feel like it's the drug that they use, like the addictiveness, I guess.
But you go out of your way to look for drugs because you don't see drugs in everyday life.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
probably
you gotta
kind
look
of
for it.
okay, I want to say this to our viewers.
Yes,
None of us have experienced the level of being a drug addict, so we can't speak from your mind or how they may feel.
Are you calling our viewers drug addicts?
No. I'm saying, like, okay,
You don't know who's a drug
I'm not
addict.
calling anyone a drug addict. I'm saying none of us can speak from the views or mindset of a drug addict, so we can't just say they can stop or they can't stop anytime because we
We've
obviously
never
don't know.
experienced that.
But what I'm saying is someone drug the first addiction, can't talk. Some people that are addicted to drugs sometimes got on their first time high and thought, oh, this is a one-time thing, I just want to try it out, and they don't get addicted to it. It's not always a thing to purposely stay on the track of drugs, but it just makes somebody want to try something and then they get addicted to it and don't know how to stop.
But over and over in media and in schools, everyone's always saying, stay away from drugs, stay away from drugs. They say that for a reason. They say that for a reason, and people still go out of the way and decide to make that decision and get addicted to drugs. I mean, they don't get addicted, but they try drugs, and they know what path that's going to lead them down.
They don't always know what path they'll lead them down because there are
But
plenty
you
of
know
people
there's
who
that,
have
you know the
drugs.
risk, and you still decide to take it. So you knew the risk that you were going to take just because you wanted to feel good or whatever. So you made that decision. Now you have to deal with the consequences.
So my question is, you believe that the drug addict should be blamed for their problem?
As a human being with morals, no. But for the sake of argument and understanding why other people say that, then yes, like I don't like. You did this to yourself. You can't don't make us waste resources on you when you made the decision when we could be focusing on other things.
She a little Republican.
She brought up the point of how everyone around you says drugs are no-no or don't do drugs. But your parents take out to do something and you still do it because you want to do it.
Because you want to, so you made that decision.
I think if a person wants to do something, they're going to do it at the end of the day. They know the consequences of doing that. But if they want to do it, they're going to still do it at the end of the day. That's what I think.
But not only that, it's not even because a lot of people when they hear drugs, they think coke, heroin, crack.
Well, they're drugs.
But people don't also look at it. There's also pain pills.
Yeah, like
the
opioid.
They could be taking pain pills to relieve a pain and get addicted to it. Like I
that
know a
happens a
person.
lot.
Yeah.
Especially from victims of car accidents.
Yeah,
What were you
yeah. I was gonna say that and like war. I'm not like when you get like injured.
Mm-hmm.
and then like they put you on this medicine. I can't remember.
Or
what
like
it's
the
called.
sleeping medicine, you get like anesthesia.
And it makes you
in the
feel good.
hospital.
So you
Yeah.
keep doing it.
So would you still blame them in that content?
Well, I mean, yeah.
You still?
Because
like,
they always tell you the risk. Doctors will always tell you the risk.
Not always,
They
because some
always
just
tell you
looking
this.
for money. Especially if
That's
you're a
when you go to a
minority.
private doctor. And if you're going to a private doctor, then again, you made that decision to go to a private doctor. You already know how they are.
I want to
Especially
say
minority.
this. I don't think you
Yeah.
can blame. Well, I think the situation depends on it. I don't think you can actually blame a person for being addicted to drugs. I do think you can blame them for continuously doing that action,
Yes.
knowing that the consequences of addiction will come about. But if a person is generally trying to get off of it, or sometimes drugs are put into people's system without them knowing it, and they get addicted to it. You don't know what it is.
Okay, in that case, then yeah.
Or a hospital. So you
That's
can't
it.
always blame someone for being addicted to drugs. It's like blaming somebody for, I don't know.
Being addicted to watching TikTok.
Because
Stop it,
actually, she's right.
Because it's
TikTok
everyday
is all over
society.
Instagram. It's
Yeah,
all over
okay.
everything. So
So
you
you-
can't
And
just
drugs
help
been
but see
popular.
it.
You
Yeah.
download it as like a joke, and then like you get addicted, and you're watching hours and hours, like endlessly, just mindlessly
Yeah.
scrolling through TikTok.
And you see
Baby,
people that haven't been addicted
do
to
you need help?
TikTok, and you made that decision
Do you
to
need
download
help?
TikTok.
I know exactly.
You've seen how other people
how
act
yeah.
with TikTok.
And they be
doing
Only
this
on it
all day.
24 Yes, they do it all the time.
Renegade.
During lunch, in the cafeteria, in line.
Okay, but people can see it regardless. Like we said, it's still a sickness. Because, like, we
that
don't
you
know
chose,
exactly what
that
goes
you
in there.
chose. You made the decision to take that sickness, and now you want the rest of society to pay for it.
I don't agree
The
with
rest of
that.
society should want to try to help people that come from the area. Yeah, there's going to be people that
If you're going to
resist the
party, that's
help.
one thing. But if you go out of your way to decide to try drugs and you end up getting addicted, then we shouldn't have to pay for that.
Yeah, that's
Okay, I sort of disagree with that. I feel like everyone deserves a second chance. So if you go and do drugs and you want to get help, I feel like you deserve that chance. But if we have helped you and you keep going back to the same ways,
When
then
you're an
what can we
addict,
do?
you
But-
can't. There's always gonna be that. You're gonna relapse at least once. There's no one on earth that could say they killed an addiction that like cold turkey. Like you're gonna do it at least once. Like
I can't see.
I don't
'Cause my
I
cousin-
don't know.
well, they haven't told you. They're just keeping it private. They relapsed, but they
Nah,
don't
she
tell
let it be
you.
known.
They're just not telling you.
She let it be known. She told the truth and everything. She was like, yo, it was on crack and all that, and people tried to help. But she was like, it took for her to.
Because the
get
longer you
help.
wait for that first relapse, the harder it's gonna hit you when it does. Because it will happen.
I just
Really?
think it depends on the
It's on willpower.
situation and the willpower of that person to decide to quit or decide to get help. I feel like if they do want help, opportunities should be available for that.
And if they truly want to, then they could go do it on their own.
But the thing
It's
is
harder
that
than that. It's just harder than you can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna quit.
Because you know you're
I'm gonna
affecting,
go
you're
work
not
out.
only affecting your health, but you're hurting everyone else around you. So if you truly actually care, then you would.
But a lot of people don't really see that because, like we were saying before, it was like a mental health thing. They're thinking, because, yeah, they might know that it might affect people, but when they have that drug or thing, it's changing their mind to think, oh, I still can get it. I'm not really, it's not really affecting nobody else. They don't see it. It's blinding them to what's going on in their
They
life
choose
and
to
others'
ignore it.
life.
They choose to ignore it because they don't want to feel guilty. They don't want that guilty conscience. They know it, but they're just choosing to ignore it.
And it,
I feel like surroundings do have an impact on how a drug addict, develops their addiction. Because I'm just going to use an example. There are some celebrities who have been around, like, the drug abuse. They've been around drugs their whole career.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to get off of it if people around you are in it. Or you have family that just persuades you to do it, or friends that persuade you to do it, and you're trying to get off of it. So I do think the environment is a factor of how drug addicts get their addiction, because most of them, are surrounded by each other, and that's how they connect with somebody by drug addiction. So I think it does depend.
You can and you will most of them will definitely have family around them, but then they will choose to push their families away. So again, they don't get that guilty conscience. They just push their family away. They isolate themselves.
It's
that's
hard
the
to
point where
push
you really
family
want to
away,
help
though.
them. Yeah, they're pushing
They're
them away.
the ones to help themselves. So why are you going out of your way?
Help them to realize that they need to help.
But
them,
that's
'cause
their
yes.
life. You live your life however you want.
You can't help someone who doesn't want to be helped. I do agree.
Well,
Yeah, you
that's
can't
true.
help
You
them.
can't help someone that don't want to be helped. But I wouldn't say necessarily give up on them. You know,
I mean,
for
you can try again, like with the second chance. Yeah, definitely. I think you should try to give them a second
do you
chance.
don't believe they
but-
should have another chance after a second chance.
Yeah, cause like okay, so the second
at
chance.
this point, you already know what happened.
I feel like the second chance is like going to rehab, and the third chance is after you like do it again. Then
Because it's gonna happen again.
Wait, is rehab voluntarily? You have to go in by yourself, or someone can sign you up for rehab?
It depends.
It depends. If you have a person that is over you.
So like Britney Spears, basically that's why everyone's saying free Britney, because she keeps getting thrown into this by her father, because technically she signed off on him basically overruining her entire life. So
Yeah, he's.
yeah, so in those cases, then yes. But you can also make that decision like, hey, I'm hurting everyone around me, I'm hurting my health, so I'm gonna go put myself in there and just give my number to someone so they can keep an eye on me after that.
Like a sponsor.
Yeah, a sponsor or family friend, just
Someone that can
close.
help you
Yeah,
if you're
someone
in
you know
need
you
of a
will
trouble.
be there.
I know some rehab facilities or
Facilities.
yeah are kind of corrupt.
Yeah. They want money.
I know y'all tried to bring out Amy Winehouse, but during her time in rehab, they had her on drugs. She was in rehab with drugs. So
Yeah.
basically, it was no point. She only went to rehab for like publicity. She even said it. She only went to rehab just to say that she went, but they still had her using the same drugs, so it wasn't really a point. And I feel like some celebrities have that same thing too. Like they look healthy, whatever. That's because they're getting their fix. They're actually not struggling. They're getting what they need in that rehab facility, what they want, instead of actually trying to get off of it. So I feel like you gotta really watch out for who's there for you and who's really, at the end of the day,
Who's credible?
yeah. And I just feel like it's a tricky situation because, for one, do you want to be helped? Do you have the resources to get help?
Yeah.
Do you have the surroundings to be helped with, or the people? So I just feel like it's just a lot.
Yeah.
I know we're on the thing mostly about the rehab, but there's also the punish part, and y'all are mostly leaning a little bit on the punish part. So do you believe that drug addicts should be thrown into prison?
Prison's basically an environment that it's like
It limits it. It limits your consumption of drugs. Because although there is a heavy, like capitalism, there's a heavy push for especially with the guards that smuggle those drugs because they get a cut of it too. Then that's why it's such a big business in those drugs in the prison. But again, prison's just trying to help you become a better person. They're keeping you to punish you first of all for your crimes, and second of all, you're harming society. So they're putting you in there for a reason. And then they're just trying to keep you away from that. But then again, you make that decision. If you're in prison already, you've already hit rock bottom, and you make that decision to do drugs again in prison, and you already know it's going to cost you a lot more, and you can get you more years, and get a lot of people in trouble, and you still make that decision, then what? Then
You
what's the
basically
point?
hit rock bottom then.
Yeah, then what's the
there's
point?
not-
yeah, jail is like being in a secluded environment with drugs. I'm sorry. Not all systems, but most systems do have the passage of getting drugs in prison too. So basically, you're just getting the same thing as if you're
It's
being
just
out
in
in
a
the
different
streets.
place.
That somebody's watching you heavily. I don't know. I think being a drug addict is a tricky thing. For one, you've seen documentaries or TV shows
Yeah.
about people who
See how they're
really had a hard time getting off of drugs, and then relapsing on it, and then it's a hard process.
And then when you make that decision, you're also, again, you're putting those around you in danger, whether it's your child in your family or you're going to a party, you take drugs with you because you want to get high in the restroom. What if you accidentally leave it there and the 2-year-old comes around and, consumes it all? Then, you're harming others and you're going to make another little drug addict. So,
Dang, okay.
And not to mention, whenever you give someone else the caregiving position to help you get through it, they're more likely to fall into drugs themselves because taking care of a whole grown person who is definitely hitting rock bottom can be so draining that they're going to end up looking for a high too. So that's going to lead them to become a drug addict too. So
Well,
it's
for
just
that caregiver, it's really that willpower because
It was the person's willpower before and they failed.
yeah, you made that choice, now you're going to make that choice for someone else, and it's just a never-ending spiral.
so you don't really see more of a out there chance number 2 helping someone.
As a human with morals, yes, but and for the sake of society and for the better good, the greater
The
good,
better-
stop being selfish. Then no.
The greater
I-
good.
yeah.
I mean, most of these drugs were forced on certain people, and most of the people are minorities that are getting these drugs.
I do feel like there's a second chance for people. Because honestly, like she said, most drugs are forced on people. We did a segment a while back about trafficking. Those girls they get fed drugs almost every hour, and it's become an addiction. and then God helps if they get rescued. You know, they're addicted to something that they didn't even want in the first place.
Mhm.
So you never know the situation. If someone truly wants to get back to their old self or get better, then I think that opportunity should be available to them.
I also agree with that, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like more people should be like more understanding and trying to help them get out of the addiction, because it's really hard. I've seen like documentaries about this. It's like really hard to get out of an addiction, and people should just like help them more. And because it's not just all like, oh, I want to get out of it and I can do it like right away. It's not that.
You can think about getting out, but it's, in a way, it's kind of like that little demon on your shoulder that's still calling out to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's trying to remind you of how it made you feel good for a season. But you gotta, I feel you should help them remember that they can feel good better without it.
But
And
they
not just
choose
for a
that. They
season.
choose the easier way. They choose to take the drug instead. They make that decision
Mhm.
over and over
Yeah.
again. But
Yeah.
there's definitely more to this conversation that hopefully we'll get to later. But for now, we're gonna have to put a pause in the conversation. But be sure to keep up with us for the rest of the show by following at KSBM_TVT on Instagram and Twitter, at KSBM Radio on Facebook, at KSBM Radio_TVT on Snapchat, and use the hashtags KSBM We Live, hashtag SBM Family Matters, hashtag SBM Time. And thanks for tuning in. Tune in for the next segment.
It's so bad.
I didn't mean any of that. Oh my god.
At least it's my song, I think. I love it. Oh yeah, it is. I never heard Johnny sing. I love this song. I like my sensation. Did you ever watch Good Times?
Good girl?
Good Times.
My chair fell down.
You just broke my heart saying that. You broke my heart. Addiction. I'm so tired. I ain't never heard Journey Smallest again. Who? Journey. Jesse's sister. I always just see her lead acting, but I know the whole family too. The whole family is beautiful.
I don't know how you doing.
That, I follow him on Instagram. I
Oh,
feel like he's
Lord.
living a good life.
He don't post no more.
He posted something recently. I think maybe it was his way to escape fame. People forget. Do some sort of, I can just see his face like, what up, people? We are back from our little song break. I would say commercial break, but that was a song. It's a man's world.
Why are you so extra
Which
like
is so
that?
actually I love. It's an iconic song. This time it was sung by Journey Smiley Bell, who I love so much. Y'all should watch her show Underground during Black History Month. Every time, learn about slavery, learn you something. And now we're going to eco updates.
All right, guys. How have y'all been? Like, how do you think the weather's been?
The cool little
It's
weather
crazy.
in our
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Because it was sunshine like just 2 days ago, and now
It's been up in the 70s and then almost snowing. I don't know. It's crazy, right? All
Somebody
right.
said you gotta turn
I
on
wonder
the air
why.
conditioning.
I wonder why. God had nothing to do with this. This was humans,
This is
people.
all
You turned off the air
climate
conditioning.
change, right? You know, we just gotta like stop this, okay? So put down that plastic straw, okay?
Put down that plastic straw. I just had a plastic straw. I'm sorry.
That makes me sad.
I'm sorry.
Like, try
Watch
to.
TikTok.
I can't say
It's not
that.
gonna be there in 10 years.
None of us are. 'Cause we're
Yeah,
not dead.
no, for real. we're
Y'all
gonna be
can
like,
die. Okay, you talking about something we gonna be dead and shit. No.
No,
Earth is still gonna be
record
here.
high of
I'm gonna be
January.
28 and I'm gonna live my good life.
You better live those good lives right now, cause girl,
Yes.
it's
We're
not
not gonna be
gonna
living
last.
for that long.
I'm not gonna graduate
Y'all are
college.
sorry what you mean. Unless God said he ready to knock the
God
earth
has
out
no
of the
say
world.
in this.
Actually, he does.
God doesn't.
This is basically all human-made, and we can try to reverse it. but
God
I don't
is
know how
bigger
to
than
do it.
humans. Okay,
We
I'm
did
sorry.
this
We
to
just taking over your
ourselves.
ego up there.
If God really like, I'm not saying he doesn't exist, but like, we really just need him to reverse this climate change or whatever.
Main topic, something else.
Alright, okay, so y'all know one of my favorite celebrities is Billie Eilish, right?
No.
Oh no, we didn't know that.
Okay, well,
With
Wow.
good reason. With good reason.
Oh my gosh, you love Billie Eilish.
okay, be quiet, let me talk. So, she has requested that the venues that she used ban plastic straws and plastic containers. Isn't that great?
Yes. Her impact. Like she's trying. She's
Yeah.
actually trying. Instead of people who don't even recycle in their own homes.
I know.
We ain't got no recycling in the hood. Like what?
Y'all can't order from.
Hold on. Y'all can't blame black folks for trash bags in the street because it's under our sink. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
I'm just
Thank
saying.
you.
What?
Don't blame the blacks. Continue.
I'm blaming everybody for
I'm
not
blaming people.
recycling,
Blacks.
for just
Why aren't you from this? And then I'm coming for you.
It's under our sink. The turtles, like we can't. We saving the turtles with our grocery.
We
bags.
like
They under the
turtles.
sinks.
it's the fact that we're using them. Like consumers, the fact that you're like have
You
them.
just don't care. No one cares.
I mean,
It's
to be
just-
honest,
they're
just
fine.
people just gotta stop be knowing where they put their stuff.
If it's
I mean,
time
we
to
can
go,
keep
it's time to
using
go. Honestly.
Well, I mean, eventually you're gonna throw it away, and we all know plastic doesn't biodegrade within
I
like
don't even know what
400
that means.
years. I think. So
Doesn't
every
matter because we're going to be dead.
every single toothbrush that you use still exists. Every single toothbrush that anybody used still exists.
All the diapers that your parents use are still in the landfill.
Yep,
From 400
exactly.
years ago.
Okay, I don't know about my
They're
baby
not
diapers.
400 years old, but
Like 100
yeah.
years ago.
I'm gonna say I'm like 18. I don't know.
Yeah,
No,
the
like-
stuff that doesn't biodegrade.
That's
So we
why,
need to start using not plastic.
reusable stuff.
Yeah, use reusable like bags at grocery stores, like the ones we're talking about under the sink. Use a reusable bag.
You know what? Or do it all. He doesn't know you guys at all. Just carry that stuff to your car. It's gonna be in your kitchen anyway. You gonna carry it.
He said a lot of
I ain't gonna carry it.
Then use a reusable
If we made
bag.
bags, if we done created bags, I'm finna create myself.
Okay, and
You
God
think?
created drugs, so we gonna use drugs too.
Technically, he didn't create drugs.
Thank
The
you.
people created the drugs.
We
And
created
people created
bags.
plastic. We created plastic.
Oh, well.
That's
That's
this,
my fault.
this is not a God thing. God has nothing. This is like man-made drugs.
I know.
Man-made
I know
plastic.
they made that.
Anyways, okay, moving on.
You know what? They're hating on our little debate because they're not in here.
So, did y'all know that that decreasing the I don't know how to say this, the
Consumption.
no, the altitude of planes can help with global warming. So,
Is
like
that safe?
instead of flying as high, yeah. So, how changing aircraft's altitude could cut flight climate impact greener fuels, electric engines, more efficient aircrafts, and all being routed ways to reduce environmental harm of flying. So basically using all these better, so planes, as it takes a lot of like fuel, it emits a lot of carbon dioxide,
Carbon
that
dioxide,
stuff.
CO2.
From the top.
That and
And it sprinkles down on us.
and we breathe in that stuff.
I have a
It's
question
not
that I
good.
wanted to ask you.
Hmm.
Is it too late?
Too late for what?
It's never too late. You just gotta
It's too late to
try.
save
You
the
just gotta
world.
stop being selfish.
Are we in too deep?
Um,
black
Me and
hole?
Tuesday.
See, if
Enjoy.
everybody thought we could change, then we could. But since people think, oh, it's just one straw, I said 7 billion
It's the
people.
same thing with like,
It's
oh, my
not
vote
working.
doesn't matter. Like, yes, it does, you little pea-sized brain person.
Why you always trying to take somebody's brain and make it pee?
I'm not doing it, they did it to themselves.
Paper,
like-
plastic.
If
Erase
It's all that
everybody,
plastic going to your brain, that's why.
if everybody thought their like actions mattered, then I think we might be able to save the world.
Yeah, we
But,
can.
Since we have people dumping trash into the ocean, using plastic bags, and just disposing of them,
It's just
littering
there.
everywhere. People still litter. It
That's
costs
true.
money if you get caught.
I
It's
saw an
like
old
a
lady
fine.
living from the beach.
I want to see something. When I see something in the street, I pick it up.
Thank you.
I'm
But
not
if,
gonna
it,
touch
but
it.
if it's like, you know, nasty, like it's my feet too close to the trash.
Don't
can.
stop in the middle of the highway to pick up something. But,
Like, for real.
just
Needle
don't
might
throw
be
your
over
stuff
there.
out.
Okay, so in
Get it.
Mississippi, we have a house, right? And it's like a bunch
You have a
of
house in every state, don't you?
For real.
Mississippi, New York,
The earth
Germany.
is dying. The earth
Let
is
me
dying.
speak.
Let her
Let her
live.
speak.
Okay, so it's like there's this nature area called the Red Bluff, and it's basically like, so it used to be like a road, but it just caved in, and everybody throws their junk down there, like tires, trash, everything. I've seen car doors down there. So, no,
Throw that car door away.
I don't know.
20.
Okay, let me.
20.
Are you finished? Okay. So me and a couple of my friends and cousins, we organized a cleanup to clean up the Red Bluff, and we got in the newspaper. Yeah.
That's all it takes. It just takes like a week, just a weekend where you know you're not sitting
So,
at home on the
exactly.
toilet on TikTok. Just go out and clean something.
I did something.
Yeah, because everyone just did that at least maybe once in their life.
I mean, I helped clean up the side of the road before.
Thank you.
I did the beach in Virginia Beach.
Thank
for
you.
community service.
All you need is like some
Can
gloves.
Can we just like make a national day to just clean up? Like,
There is a
pause.
national
Just
All you
day.
need is some
please.
gloves and some bags.
Ain't there Earth Day?
Just
Ain't there a point of Earth Day?
April 22nd.
The fashion of
That's after my birthday, April 16th.
I didn't even know the exact date of Earth
So
Day.
like if people just stop littering,
I didn't know it was
you
rainbow.
know, it might be a little better. A little better.
Or maybe if those billionaires could maybe give us a little crumb of their.
See, the
Their-
thing is,
the network.
you know, Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, I think that's how you say his name. He donated $10 billion to the Amazon.
Thank you, Rich
Thank
guy.
you.
Which is like a crumb.
He's
It's-
only worth 180 billion. I mean, not like only.
I
but,
mean,
like,
you
he's
worth that much
180
because you
billion.
offered to like pay for my tuition, help save the earth.
He
at the
could
same
honestly
time.
save the world multiple times and still be one of the
You're
richest
rich.
people on the planet.
Yeah.
But didn't his
But-
wife like divorce him, take like half his money?
She was
I
already rich
love
before
her
that.
for
She was
that.
already rich before that, but it just pushed her up the social.
She ended up on the top 10 list, I believe now.
Yes, ma'am. Even though it's off topic.
Get the bag, get the bag.
So basically, on
Yeah,
Monday.
pick up that plastic bag.
Yeah, exactly.
I do get them plastic bags, put them under my sink. They don't move.
I use it for trash bags.
I mean, eventually they will move. So it's just the fact that people are consuming them.
As long as I'm here in my house, it will not move.
And when they
I use
like
it for
that.
trash bags.
So, yeah. Anyways, so on Monday he announced his new fund to back scientists, activists, and organizations working to help climate change, right?
And create innovative things to help.
So he basically
If I-
said $10 billion to start. So you know what? We might get more money. Not
So
we.
maybe if other
There, he might
philanthropists
he might start a chain, you know.
continuously.
Like other people,
Yeah.
other rich people will start helping.
And
the
see,
climate.
that was bullying. Bullying made this happen. Like everyone on Twitter that was bullying him, you know, we did this together.
Thank you.
Yeah,
We did
and
good.
Now we got 10 billion, which
So-
is a little bit, but it's something.
So
Look
you
at
know
Beyonce
what?
next on this plane.
Recycle, reuse, and reduce.
Don't do that.
Please, thank
Yeah,
you.
and keep up with KSBM.
Oh,
By following that at KSBM underscore TVT on Instagram, Twitter, at KSBM Radio on Facebook, and KSBM Radio underscore TVT on Snapchat. Use hashtag KSBM Radio, hashtag SBM Family Matters, and hashtag SBM Time You. And if you do that one more time, I'm going to come for you. Anyway, tune in for the next segment.
and yeah, segue to that.
I have 2 announcements before we start.
Mm-hmm.
The worst Valentine thing.
Hey guys, it's KSBM Radio, the voice of Time You, and we're back. And we now have.
I have 2 announcements. So back to what it's like world updates, but it's only 2 announcements. One, Apple is claiming that there will be a shortage of iPhone 12s due to the coronavirus.
Oh,
I don't know how that correlates to it, but that's the reason.
never mind.
iPhone 11 game.
I was gonna say, aren't iPhones made in China?
Yeah.
Ooh, that doesn't make sense.
A lot of, I feel like production, oh my gosh, the economy is going to be affected so much.
Androids jump up on this.
And then
They're also made in
Oh, well, never mind. Somebody Google.
and then sadly this morning, a rapper Pop Smoke has died.
Oh,
Just gonna say that.
there's another sad news as well. Any of you who's ever seen Good Times, Janet DeVoe, who played the amazing character Walona, died yesterday. And it broke my heart because I love Good Times. I used to watch it with my granny.
Okay, back to the topic. So the topic is story time. Your worst Valentine.
Where's Valentine's?
I had a good Valentine's.
Of course you did.
Hey, she just like breaking up. That's our worst Valentine. She broke.
Really?
I was having a good one too. I was having a good one.
How'd you have it?
I don't think
I had terrible. It ended terrible. It was good. It started off good. It started off great.
Who wanna go first?
Honestly.
I got.
Oh, you go first. You go first.
So when I was in 5th or 6th grade,
Oh.
we used to love playing Truth or Dare, and so it was this guy that I was linked with. I guess you could say. Me and him are good friends now, but my homegirl dared me to buy him a carnation. They were selling them for Valentine's week, and so I got him the carnation. He gave it to. He was giving it to another woman. He said, "Oh, thank you."
Why did you say woman like that? Y'all have children.
And it kind of a little bit broke my little heart because I kind of did have a crush, but I could never admit it because everybody was happy.
And it haunted to this day.
Now we're actually cool friends though. We had got close our 7th grade year.
I would have cried. Did you cry? I would have cried.
No, I'm a G. I don't cry.
I would have cried. I would have spent money on it.
Was I just
Nah.
nah, we were good friends. It just wasn't meant to be.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't think
I'm not.
I don't think I've had a worse Valentine. I don't think I've ever had a worse Valentine.
I had a really good Valentine's this
We
year.
get it, baby.
No,
Excuse me, it's my turn.
Wait.
We get it.
Okay.
I get it.
I'll tell you about my
But-
good Valentine.
It wasn't really bad, but you know how in elementary school you have like those little days, the Valentine's Day, you get the brown bags and the candy.
Uh-huh.
I
Okay,
miss
so
that.
anyway, I had like a big bag full of candy and everything. I was so happy. I went to the bathroom during that time and came back and my bag was gone. I was so sad.
It was the teacher.
It probably was. You gotta watch. You gotta watch.
That's really sad. Can I explain my Valentine's?
It is good to know.
No, it is good. So this Valentine's. No, like every year.
Let people
I
be
get,
happy.
Yeah, let me be happy. Every year I get like flowers and chocolate from my parents, but this year instead of like chocolate, they put money in it, and I was so happy.
That's my worst Valentine.
They should've bought you a house.
It was so I was so happy, and then I went out. Like, of course. I mean, I can't.
I knew a couple. Not gonna say any names or anything, of course. But I knew a couple. They had broke up, and her ex-man brought her a gift for Valentine's, and he had bought some expensive chocolate. It was good chocolate, and he tried to give it to her, and she said with a straight face, "No."
Sometimes you gotta reject them like that.
And he still tried to get it, and then she took the chocolate and gave it to us, but she still said no, and that was the funniest.
You don't have to
saddest thing in the
accept
world.
it. You don't have to.
Just be nice. Take the freaking chocolate.
No, because then you're gonna lead them on, and then you're gonna string them along, and it's gonna end up worse.
I mean, well, technically, he kind of
He
forced her to get the chocolate. I think he left it on purpose too.
Exactly.
And so
Let
we ate
people say no.
it. Oh, that's so sweet.
I don't remember asking. is the thing.
Exactly.
I also have a bad Valentine's.
No one cares.
I actually got one bad one now.
Oh.
Well,
It's not for her.
It's not mine, but like, so my dad broke up with my mom on Valentine's Day.
Put them on blast. They're watching. They're watching right now. Put 'em
They've
on
been
blast.
married for 20 years.
This Valentine's Day?
No,
It was
it was
when
they were dating.
Oh.
Happy.
Like 7,000, so she could go somewhere else.
It was when they were dating. A long time ago.
She's still on your house. Dude. I knew there was another couple that. Okay, so we asked the question yesterday. We want to know, should you break up with a person before Valentine's Day, after Valentine's Day, or on Valentine's Day? I say after. Get them happy, make them feel good, break their heart later.
Or just become an impossible person to be with, so they break up with you.
Exactly.
And then you don't have to be.
Wait a minute. You trying to say that? You were saying yesterday break up with them on Valentine's.
I mean,
And you're questioning it? Oh my
Well, see,
God.
the thing is, if
how
you
you
break
do
up with
it.
them, if you break up with them before Valentine's, then you don't have to spend money on getting them.
Yeah,
But then you're
You
like
still
a
don't have to
terrible
spend money
person.
on them if you don't. All you got to do is make a card that sounds nice. I know. I helped the guy get his girlfriend back. I wrote a paragraph for him.
No, but I know a guy whose girlfriend broke up with him on Valentine's Day for 3 hours, and they got together.
For 3 hours and
yeah.
we're broken up.
And then she didn't get him nothing, so he thinks that she cheated during those 3 hours. But
On them 3 hours. What?
I mean, it's a lot. in 3
I mean, you
hours.
could cheat on somebody within 3 hours, but still.
I mean, she wanted to be single for those 3 hours, and then she wanted him
I
back.
get
Well,
that.
technically, she was single. It wasn't a break like Ross and Rachel. This was real.
Ross and Rachel was not real. They were toxic.
That was,
You know what?
yeah, but they
You know
was
what?
on
We
a
gotta
break.
say this. We gotta say this for the next segment.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
You know who
Um,
else has a bad Valentine's though? Harry did, because you got held at night.
No one cares about Harry.
I saw that.
Harry who?
right before the
Styles.
Right before
my
the
man,
birthday.
the literally one and only
No one
person I
likes
would
him.
die for. But
I thought
You
you
would
would die
die
for
for
Seth
me?
Rogen. No.
not for Seth Rogen.
She would die for
I
you.
would die for you.
You ain't special.
But Harry's number one, like between you and Harry.
I'm not
Bye.
Jesus. I ain't
Billy
gonna
is
die
my
for
number
nobody.
one.
She don't even know your name.
Okay. And I have a Valentine's, so like.
She doesn't know her hair and doesn't know her
You
name.
don't know her.
Okay, your Valentine's story.
It was literally this year. I was having a good one. I was having a good day. You know, I cleaned the house. You know, I was chilling. I was watching movies. And then I started talking to a friend of mine, and then the conversation ended up them telling me that they liked me, and I'm not looking for anything right now. And so I said no, and I'm pretty sure the friendship is ruined. So there's
You
that.
say straight up. No,
So
you say
you
nicely.
broke somebody's heart on Valentine's.
Yeah, imagine how I feel. I feel
Wow.
Imagine how they feel. They probably been crying.
Oh, why would you do it on Valentine's Day? Like, I know you're trying to be sweet, and I know I'm kind of hypocritical because I always tell
Probably
people,
because-
go for it, go for it, go for it, and
He went for it.
they went for it. And I was like, oh, I'm not looking for anything right now. I'm not trying. I'm about to leave for college. That's
You should have been summer fling. Boo. Summer fling.
No, I'm not looking
Just
for
like
that.
be happy for like a
In the
moment.
summer
For a moment,
That's
that's
fake.
fake.
It's fake.
It's fake. I
It's
know
not
fake it
true.
till you make it, but not with love. You can't do that with love. I can't.
People do.
I mean, I think. Never mind. Let me stop.
I can't.
'Cause I was gonna say a certain couple.
I'm happy.
I'm
So
All right, y'all. So
The
that's
wine
all
and
for our worst Valentine. Different stories.
But then I talked to a cute person over the weekend, so it was okay. So I was like, alright.
You are a heartbreaker.
But anyway, follow us on Instagram, KSBN_TVT, Facebook, KSBN Radio, Snapchat, KSBN Radio, TV_TVT. These are hashtags KSBN We Live, SBN Family Matters, SBN Town View. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I got some insight on the couples for y'all. Did you know since it's 10 minutes? And what up? We are back, and this is one of my favorite topics. Is the top 10 segment, and we are doing this week TV couples. Cause who doesn't love TV couples?
Because we all
They're
don't have
fake,
lives to
they-
sit on the couch and watch TV.
no, I have a life.
Well, you spend a lot of that.
I got a life. I go to
To watch
church.
TV. Imagine how much time we've all spent watching TV. That's a lot.
I've spent like
Scary.
3 years watching TV.
My life.
Yeah,
No,
scary.
probably more.
But anyway,
Can I say the
into our list.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we said first.
You start with number 10.
No, the first one.
No, we can't say the
Oh.
first
Well,
one.
I don't
Go
want to
down
start
for
from
10.
10. Well, someone go from 10 then.
Okay, number 10 is Joe and Love from You.
Oh, I
Yes,
love that
Joe,
so
our
much.
favorite psychopath on TV.
No, they're both psychopaths.
And
They
they're
just
perfect
go
for each
so
other.
well together.
For real. They're like Harley Quinn and the Joker.
It's like Ted Bundy and, his wife. And
A little bit of spoilers, so like don't listen.
So
But
if
like
you
they
ain't seen
both
season
kill
2?
for each other, so like
Yeah.
But why should I kill
It's
Delilah
like-
though? I got beef with Love because Delilah was just minding her business like
Oh,
Delilah though.
yeah.
Like why
I
would
like
I
that.
kill her? She didn't do nothing to you. She didn't want Joe. She wanted her sister. And you, I'm mad.
But yeah, so yeah, number 10 goes to our psychopaths over here.
Yay.
And she's even pregnant, so they're gonna have a psycho baby.
Yay.
So I can
My
wait for
prediction,
season
though,
3.
They gonna
Prediction,
name it they gonna name it Tennis.
I hate you. Prediction though, it's gonna be third season gonna be fast forward like 20 years, and the kid's gonna kill both their parents. Anyway,
Oh.
so
Oh my gosh.
Okay, but at the end of the second season, you saw like Joe look at his neighbors. I think he's gonna kill.
Hey,
Yeah.
you.
Nice.
Don't worry, the baby can fix them.
And don't forget his little hat. He be in disguise.
I got y'all.
I hate you. I hate that it makes sense. I hate.
All right, number 9. So we couldn't agree if it was Raphael
couldn't
or
agree.
Michael. It was
I
half
know.
and half in class.
Raphael.
So
No,
number 9
Michael.
is Jane.
Michael
Jane.
is a
Jane the
punk.
Virgin.
I gotta
Jane
say the
Virgin.
thing to the
Yeah, we're talking
people.
about Jane the Virgin.
We're talking about Jane the
Michael is
Virgin.
a punk. I'm sorry.
He was.
Raphael.
That stayed through.
Raphael was perfect for Jane.
Michael died and came back. Like, you should have
And she
stayed where
had
he
never gotten
was.
pregnant. Like, he's literally walked all over her. Like, he was her boss. Like, he did not exist to me before this.
I know. I say Michael
He
because
even
he's so
more.
loyal.
Exactly, but they were in the
His
same building.
senior. Yeah, that don't mean that. I
And
don't
she
know half
got
these kids
pregnant.
in
You
town.
know what?
And
I
she
say
got
Petra. Petra and Jane are together.
I
Well,
was like,
Petra
Petra and
and
Jane.
Jane.
No, Petra and JR. I was like, okay.
They're
Bro, they be confusing me.
Who?
Like
That's why they
Jane, the
call
other Jane.
That's what they call her, JR.
There's two Janes.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one that Petra was
JR.
into.
Oh, they are. I forgot.
The
Petra's
woman.
girlfriend.
Rosario Dawson.
Wait, aren't there like 2? Isn't she
Yeah.
a twin?
No.
No, not Petra's.
Petra's a twin.
Well, anyway.
Psychos.
Anyway, Michael, all the way. I love Michael.
Okay, he
I like
waited. He
Raphael.
was so loyal.
He was so
waited for her.
patient.
And I love
Yeah,
that.
and that was
together. It
amazing.
so
Then he
He
died.
died.
And
Exactly.
came back.
Had he not died, they would have still been together and
Yes,
all together.
They
and-
would have. They would have been like together.
They
Like,
would have been
joy
on TV.
and love.
But
Yeah,
Raphael's
that's
hotter,
love.
but Michael just.
I don't know. They both kind of ugly to me. But that's a different story. Raphael and Michael.
No.
I didn't
Oh
talk
my
about
God.
Anyway,
That's
number
just-
8, Barry and Iris.
Barry and Iris,
I
the
know this
Flash,
is.
from the Flash.
I'm
So,
sorry, I don't know you.
Barry
Barry
and Iris,
a little.
I don't know.
Barry and Iris were childhood best friends, and
Practically
long story
siblings.
short, they was always they were not practically
A
siblings.
little
She said
take a
them
little
as siblings.
incense, a little spice things up.
They weren't even related. They weren't even the same color. No,
Okay.
Anyway.
But like,
and so Barry and Iris were perfect. Everything pointed to them getting married, even though Iris tried to say, "Oh, he's just my friend. I don't love him." Boom, they're
Nice.
married now. Yeah,
It's just their chemistry is just so
I love it.
perfect.
I know. They're amazing. Number 7, who doesn't love the nanny? We have Fran and Mr. Sheffield. Anyone knows the whole story? Mr. Sheffield was this rich British white guy, and Fran was a lady from New Jersey. She started working for him, taking care of his kids. They fell in love, and boom, now she's rich. And they had twins at the end. They had
Aw.
twins? Yeah,
I
they ended up having twins at
Can
the end of
can
this.
that happen to me minus twins?
that's
Marry
like
her.
a good story.
Yes, he always. They both tried to deny it, and then his co-worker tried to mess up their relationship, and then she turned around, and marries his butler. So it's amazing. Everybody found the right person, and who doesn't love Fran? I love her funny voice. It's amazing. And she even said if they was to ever make a reboot, it's kind of funny to me. She said she want Cardi B to be her daughter because she loves Cardi B.
But number 6, I want to say this one because
Okay.
number 6, Monica and Chandler.
They are
Freaking love
together.
them. I was watching that show since I was like 9 and literally fell in love with them. When he proposed, but when they proposed to each
got
other,
Ooh, I cried. I cried at that. I like that.
all
show.
the candles. Oh
Don't
my
start
God.
crying again.
When they
Please
changed
don't.
the
Show.
Oh my
Please
gosh.
don't.
That's love. I want that. I
They're
want
the
that.
only couple who wasn't toxic on Friends. I know
They
people
were
love
just
Ross and
perfect
Rachel.
for
but
each
come on.
No, okay, but like Phoebe.
Ross and Rachel was toxic. Like, it was
Phoebe.
like.
Phoebe and Mike were really good.
Oh yeah,
Ross
they
and
were.
Rachel
I
were
forgot.
toxic.
I
but,
love
like, I
Mike.
like them.
I mean, they
I
finally
want
got
Mike.
it together at the last episode.
And like they were perfect for each other because like Mike, like she had little baby like pet rats who were living around her apartment. And he was just fine with it. He was like, okay.
He was
Any
He
guy
was
that
like,
married
okay.
Phoebe was buffet.
He was like
He loved
Honorable
Phoebe's
mention.
weirdness, and I love her
yeah.
So, okay, number 5, we're going to the top 5. Lucy and Ricky. If you've never seen the 1930s show, I Love Lucy. You're missing out.
I've never seen it.
Lucy, you're missing out. So Lucy was a beautiful white woman. She wasn't the brightest. She kind of made that big thing on the dumb blonde. But she was loving and caring. And Ricky was, I believe, Cuban. Oh, Lord, I'm forgetting. Cuban or Puerto Rican. And he
They're all
had
the
made
same
an accent.
anyway,
Oh, man, don't do me like that. And they were loving. They're actually the first TV couple to ever introduce pregnancy into TV because back then they felt it was wrong to show a woman being pregnant
Oh no.
which is weird. So and they could say the word pregnant, so they have to say she's expecting. And the pregnancy storyline when she goes into labor is so funny. And it was their real life son because they was actually married. So yeah.
Number 4?
You want to say that?
I want to say number 1.
Can I say number 3?
Okay. 4 is Martin and Gina. If you never watched the show Martin, you missed out as well.
I haven't heard like half of these. I'm sorry.
You never seen Martin? Go watch Martin.
What's it on?
It's on BET.
What's that?
Oh.
Next. Okay, go ahead, number 3. Go ahead.
Number 3, let's just go. It's okay, we'll tell you like later.
Okay.
Right now it's just too embarrassing.
Number 3, Jim and Pam. I love them. I love The Office.
A little bland, but you know what? Their love story is really, it's cute.
I
It's
never
cute.
seen The Office.
Because Jim liked her for so long. and
The
he
slow
waited.
piney.
Only like 4 to 6 years.
I got a question.
But it was so cute, and then they ended up having kids.
Is
like
the
my
Jim
little cousin.
character John Kranowski or Steve Carell?
It's John Krasinski.
John.
Oh, I don't know how to say his last name. The one that's married to Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like
Emily
that.
Blunt and him are really cute
Him
too.
my little white dude.
I loved their
Yeah, won't
teenage
you?
relationship.
Oh,
It was so cute. And like the teapot. Remember the teapot
Yeah.
at the Christmas party?
Because he was trying so hard to make sure she got it.
Uh-huh. It was so
Then
cute.
what you call it? The BT, the white.
Dwight
was like,
Dwight.
oh.
Dwight and Angela, that was.
Alright,
It
y'all.
was toxic, but they had a good ending, I guess.
So real quick, before we hit number 1, we gotta give our honorable mentions.
Wait,
Give
So-
number 2.
Oh,
So you
I'm reading this wrong.
She was gonna say it.
Oh, okay. And number 2, we have the childhood loving couple that we all love and wish we had their love life, Corey and Topanga.
I'm more Angela and Sean, but you know.
I did wish they stayed together, but it worked out for Sean and Girl Meets World. So yeah, and apparently it had worked out for her as well because she married a man that was like her father. Yeah, you don't remember
Wait.
Girl Meets World when she said she married a guy that was in the army,
Yeah.
like her father was. But okay.
I
So
had
Corey and
issues.
Topanga, friends since they're 5. He kind of bullied her a little bit in middle school. Then boom, she hit 7th grade and she started getting a little puberty. And Corey's like, man, I really do like her. And then bam, they're together.
Time for honorable mentions for real this time.
Okay, so we got Derek and Meredith from Grey's Anatomy.
They would be on the list if he wasn't dead.
Toxic.
So,
I think they were toxic because, in a way, I feel Derek was not the best husband. Even Addison said it when he was married. She was like, "You got this woman right here who loves you, and you're acting like this. You done left me for her. Everything."
sorry,
She was
but-
rooting for them.
I think I'm part of the 1% of the population that's never seen an episode of Grey's Anatomy.
I was
my
too.
God.
You'll get there eventually before you die. You should
I'm
definitely
not-
do it.
Start with
now.
season 3.
I'm not
Okay.
watching that or Game of Thrones. Like,
Before this segment ends, I want to say number 1 because I feel like this is very important. Dwayne Whitley from
A different world. Dwayne and Willie. If you never watch
Honestly-
anything, watch the Willie episode.
honestly, watch A Different World. Dwayne is like the person I want to be with in college. Like
Yes.
that's the outline of the person that I want
Oh
to be
wait,
with.
we gotta break it down for these two because they never seen A Different World. So
Just watch it, please.
Dwayne came from like the rough side of the tracks. They're both black. I'm just letting you know.
Uh-huh.
Dwayne, he was very intelligent, great in math. He came in a little nerdy in the beginning, but you know he grew up and became a man's man. Willie was a little debutante. She came from a rich family. I love when she said that. She nicknamed him Pookie. She really didn't like Dwayne, and he annoyed her, but he's pursued her, gave her sweet gestures. She finally fell in love with him.
Like their love story is like kind of like
Funny.
it's funny, but at the end, the wedding
The wedding episode is the best episode.
Oh my god,
Fun fact,
I loved it.
he forgot his lines.
So he
And
started
then
running
the
down a
house.
lot. Yes, that is okay. And then another good couple was Klaus and Caroline.
That never happened, and I'm mad. And Julie flipped.
Ain't her fault. It's just storyline.
It is her fault. Because she wrote the original parts.
Yeah.
And Klaus could have been with Caroline.
They definitely should have been like other than him and me. Other than that,
Of course.
Of
course.
him and Caroline like literally
Yeah,
Even
they
though-
killed Camille.
did it.
Yeah, Camille. He should have been with Camille or Caroline. Camille was a good person too.
Honestly, he just needed love from anyone. Please.
And he had it, but he didn't want to take it.
We also put Curtis and Ella from House of Pain, our favorite older couple. They're really out here.
Yeah, they're our favorite couple.
And to shut everything down, you know. But it was cute. But unfortunately, we have to finish this segment. But keep up with us by following us at KSBM_TVT on Instagram and Twitter, at KSBM Radio on Facebook, at KSBM Radio_TVT on Snapchat. Use hashtag KSBM We Love, hashtag SBM Telling You Lies.
So when I want to, I got a number of people that tag it.
Y'all just jealous of my lungs. Anyway, bye.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Can I get a 1 to 140?
Why can't I do that? That's